What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. The Toronto Raptors really surprised us at the trade deadline when we thought they would be full-on sellers and went out and bought Jakob. The Raptors offseason should be very, very interesting, so today we're going to be doing a Jakob Toronto Raptors rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So, like I said, many of us thought that at least Gary Trent, OG, Fred VanVleet, at least one of them would be moved at the deadline. Masai Ujiri decided not to move a single one of them. So this offseason is going to be very, very interesting because guys like Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent Jr. are both going to be free agents this offseason. So I'm not really sure what the plan is going to be for Masai Ujiri and the Raptors this offseason, but it's going to be an interesting one, and I'm not even going to pretend to know what he has up his sleeve. So whatever I decide to do today, it's probably going to be wrong. So let's just, go with the flow. So if we take a look at the rotation, Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., if this team is full-on healthy, this is what you're looking at. Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent, OG Anunoby, Barnes, Siakam, Poeltl, Chris Boucher, Achua, Thaddeus Young, Delano Banton, Otto Porter. So that is what we're going to roll with for the rest of the season. I want to see what 2K thinks about this Raptors roster. Also, another note, Jakob is also an unrestricted free agent. So definitely going to be an interesting offseason for the Raptors. I don't really have anything I want to do here. I just want to celebrate the rest of the season and see if this Raptors team can maybe sneak into the playoffs. I do want to look at one real quick thing, is shot tendencies, because, yeah, I was about to say, it feels like Siakam at a 75 just seems it's way too low. It's way too low. So Fred VanVleet, I'm going to boost up maybe a little bit, and then OG, I'll go like 75-ish or something like that. So gonna leave that all like that. Maybe Barnes can go up to like a 65 too, but I'm gonna simulate now. Let's see if this Raptors team can sneak into the playoffs. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you enjoy watching each and every day. It is available on mobile or desktop, and this is how it looks. They give you the number and you're gonna choose over or under on it. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine, whether it's soccer, NFL, NHL. They have a ton of different options. So this is how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players, 25 times your money. PrizePicks has just elevated my watching experience to a whole new level. So if you want to sign up, I also have some of my entries as examples here. That way you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to sign up, links in the description. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Thank you, PrizePicks, for sponsoring today's video. Now here's where the tough part of the rebuild begins. What are we going to do with all these unrestricted free agents? I assume there could be some type of sign-in trades going down if, Toronto can pull it off. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting offseason, like I said. As far as the draft pick is concerned, for our draft pick anyway, this offseason, we have the 15th overall pick. So that's nice to have a draft pick, of course. Wizards get number 1, Hornets number 2, Magic 3. Nick Nurse, I'm going to keep him around. I assume they're not going to fire Nick Nurse. I mean, maybe they could, but I don't see it happening. Goldman, I'm going to go ahead and sign as well, and then we're going to go straight to draft night. So is there anybody I want to move on draft night before we draft with the 15th overall pick, or is there anybody I want to buy in on? I actually like this Raptors team on paper. Siakam, 29 years old. Like, if you really look at it right now, we're kind of in the direction of winning now. OG Anunoby, of course, has been rumored like crazy to be moved. The Raptors want a ton for him. I could trade him here. So there's a lot of decisions I can make here. But like I told you, whatever I decide to do, and I know Raptors fans get upset very easily. So whatever I decide to do in this video, it's probably going to be wrong. So 15th overall pick. And then I'm looking at OG. If I did try to trade OG and Anunoby, hypothetically here, what would the trade finder offer me? I'm just curious. Now, I'm going to also maybe try to make my own OG and Anunoby trade if we do want to trade him to get some draft picks. We'll see, though. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I'm really unsure at the moment. I'm probably going to head into the draft or trade OG Anunoby here. We'll see. It's going to be tough to decide. I'm jumping into the draft and picking a number 15, but I was so close to having an OG Anunoby trade in the works, but I really couldn't get it to go down. So we take a look at what we can do with this 15th overall pick. You got like Sid, Trayvon Smith, Tariq Whitehead, Raylan Rupert, Grant Dickey, Derek Lively, Taylor Hendricks. I also saw Kel Ware on the board, and I kind of like the idea of him, but at the same time, we already have like some good, a nice backup center in Koloko, and then you got like Achua as well. So instead, I'm going to be taking Sid here at number 15, just in case I do decide to trade OG. That's going to be some small forward depth if we get to that. So boom, just like that. 71 overall. He's not going to be immediate, impact player. I'm going to accept Thaddeus Young, and then Otto Porter accepts as well, Malachi Flynn. So I almost had an OG Anunoby trade go down, like really close, and I was trying to get what the Raptors wanted for him. So if we go take a look at the, the team I was trying to trade him to, of course, you guys probably know who it is. It's the Grizzlies. They're desperate for a really good small forward. Apparently, they tried to maybe trade for Mikal Bridges at the deadline. So OG Anunoby could be somebody they'd be interested in. So I had something structured like this where I got like all their draft picks in the future, because like this is apparently what, you know, what they want. So pretend these are spaced out a little bit further because we all know how the Stepien rule works. But that's 3 unprotected. And then maybe I could squeeze Zara Williams out of there. That's probably not going to happen. Let's see. They don't agree to that. So what about no young player, 3 picks for him? They don't agree to it. So close to having this go through earlier, but it's looking like it's not going to happen. So let's go. Maybe you give me Tillman. That's a 1.5 star player. I'll give you Thaddeus Young. But yeah, we're getting to the point where it's not going to happen. Malachi Flynn. All right. So I had an OG Anunoby trade almost there, but it's not looking like it's going to be something we can make happen. So Fred VanVleet's a free agent. Jakob Poeltl's a free agent. I think we should probably sign and trade Fred VanVleet. We're going to re-sign Jakob Poeltl, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with the point guard position. But that's probably where I stand right now as far as decisions I'm going to make. So 100% re-signing Jakob Poeltl. We actually have cap space as well, which is kind of cool. Gary Trent Jr., I need to figure out what I'm going to do with him as well. I'm probably going to maybe do the same thing with Gary Trent, although he's 24 years old, so I wouldn't mind keeping him at that shooting guard spot. We'll see. Fred VanVleet, I am going to 100%, I think, sign and trade to a team. So whatever we decide to line up there, that's what we'll do there. So we'll get Jakob Poeltl, Fred VanVleet back. So we're trying to, you know, addition, subtraction by addition, or however you say that damn term. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. So Gary Trent, I'm going to re-sign him as well. So I'm bringing everybody back, but I'm not promising you I'm keeping these guys. So the sign and trade I'm executing with the Los Angeles Clippers, because I know the Clippers have had interest in Fred VanVleet. I'm getting Bones Highland and a future pick out of them. So the Clippers still going for it, still trying to build around Paul George and Kawhi. They got Otto Porter on top of that, and I can walk away with Morris, Robert Covington, a first, and Bones Highland. I feel really good about that trade. So just like that, Fred VanVleet is a Los Angeles Clipper, and we got Younger at the point guard position with Bones Highland joining us here. So very, very excited about that. So I'm glad to have him here. And then Gary Trent Jr. and OG Anunoby. I'm looking to maybe move one or the other. So we have Highland at point guard now. Gary Trent's our 2, OG. And then the reason why I want to move one or the other, because I want to be able to place Siakam and Barnes at the 2 forward spots and Jakob Poeltl start. So I need to figure out whether I want to start OG at the 2 or do I want to roll with Gary Trent Jr. I feel like OG is going to get me a better return, which is why I still want to potentially trade OG Anunoby here. And I have the trade lined up for OG Anunoby. The Knicks are giving me such a huge haul for OG Anunoby. I am throwing in a Chua and a first-round pick, unfortunately. Actually, I'm going to try to do this with maybe one less first, where we can just walk away with 3 first-round picks, maybe. Do they agree to that? They want a Chua still. So that's 4 unprotected. We throw in a Chua as well, but we do keep that Clippers pick. So it kind of sucks to lose Precious Chua. We're taking on Evan Fournier's bad contract, but we are walking away with those 4 picks that the Raptors wanted. Detroit's pick is probably not going to be that valuable, even though it says it is, because Detroit usually does pretty good in the simulation. But you know what? OG Anunoby, I'm doing it. I'm going to go ahead and get those 4 picks for OG. So now we're going to have Siakam play the power forward spot, and then we'll have Scotty Barnes play the 3 or one or the other. It doesn't matter too much. We'll go with that. So that will be how we do things. So Bones Highland's our new point guard. Gary Trent's our new 2 guard. Scotty Barnes, Siakam. We have Boucher, Thaddeus Young, Marcus Morris. So we got a lot of wing players. You have Christian Koloko, who I like as a backup center going forward. Boucher, I like. Thaddeus Young. I'm going to have to move one of these guys to small forward. So it's probably what we'll do here. A lot of wing players, but a lot of salary that we can move and like use in other trades. So we're in a pretty good position. I'm going to move Morris to small forward. He's probably going to go out on overall, but that's okay. So yeah, this is kind of what we're going to roll with. I do need another guard, though. I feel like I don't like my backup guards at the moment. So if I can get like Josh Richardson or Gary Harris this season, that's fine. I'm going to go with Ty Jerome. He's been pretty good for the Warriors, so I'll sign him to a deal. And I guess I forgot about Delano Banton. I probably should have just waited on Delano Banton. Whatever, it's all good. So going to sign, or is going to wait on qualifying offers, and that will be my offseason for the Raptors. So yeah, a little interesting. I will say, like I said, what I did may be wrong. Maybe the Raptors don't do that at all. I don't know what their plan is. So I kind of like where we're at. Got a little younger in the backcourt. Of course, Siakam, we're going to have to decide what we do with him. I plan on re-signing him. I want to keep him around. Gary Trent Jr., and then we got him locked up, and then Bones Highland, nice young point guard. So feel pretty good about it. Let's just go into this next season. Don't really know what to expect. Got Jakob Poeltl and Siakam starting together with Scotty Barnes. So hopefully this team can end up just, you know, being pretty special in the simulation. So rotation is Bones Highland, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, Siakam, Jakob Poeltl, Chris Boucher, Delano Banton, Ty Jerome, and Thaddeus Young. Of course, got like Marcus Morris here. I'm pretty sure he has another year, or he's actually expiring. So there is a chance with all these salaries that we have that we stop at the deadline and use these draft picks to our advantage, because we can definitely add another really good piece here. Like there's a lot of contract salary that we have right now where we can upgrade anything we want. If we want to upgrade the point guard position and have Bones Highland be more of a 6-man, which is what he probably should be, we definitely do that. I like our starting forwards, and I like Jakob, Gary Trent. I'll probably keep him the 2. So the main thing I would like to upgrade in the starting 5 is the point guard position. So if we're at the deadline and there's a point guard on the market that's like really valuable and we can make that trade, we got so many draft picks, we're going to do it. So currently stopped at the trade deadline, and I'm looking around the league at maybe some upgrades within our starting 5. I told you what I was looking for is maybe an upgrade the point guard position. So the dream scenario, of course, as we all know, because the man's from Toronto, would be like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Of course, that's not going to happen. I don't feel like the Thunder are going to trade him anyway. He's obviously amazing this season, and he's untouchable in this, in the sim anyway. So the other guy I was kind of looking at, which would be out of left field, and this organization makes questionable decisions all the time. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that they would do this. I'm just saying. But right now, I do kind of like where we're at. We're 27-26. It's not bad. But like I'm saying, I like where we're at because of the trade we're about to make. Or I'm going to try to pull this off anyway. So right now, Bones Hyland averaging 16 points per game for us as a starting point guard. Not too bad. So obviously, I could keep him as a starter. But I don't know how much he'll progress in this game. And Siakam's window is right now, averaging 22 along with Scotty Barnes. So the guy I was kind of looking at, I'll stop talking about it and I'll just be about it now. And that guy is an expiring contract. He is on the Charlotte Hornets. And they drafted Scooter Henderson. So what does that mean? Yeah, of course, we start LaMelo and Scooter Henderson together. But what if we could get Terry Rowe? No, I'm just kidding. LaMelo Ball on the Charlotte Hornets. I have all these draft picks. They don't list him as untouchable right now. And maybe they're just like, you know what? We don't want to pay the man. Let's get LaMelo Ball if we can. I don't know how easy it's going to be, but I'm going to give it my best try. So Chris Boucher's salary matches it perfectly. I'll throw every draft pick that I possibly can throw at them. This pick is not actually valuable at all. So I figured that Detroit pick was going to suck eventually, but it's there anyway. So our Knicks pick is valuable. This Knicks pick is valuable. This pick is valuable. Or it's not that bad. 2028. So all of this, throwing out LaMelo Ball to be our brand new point guard in Toronto alongside Scotty Barnes, Siakam. Would they accept this? I don't know. Let's try let's just start with no, I'm just going to throw my best offer at them. Let's see if they accept it. Melo Ball is our brand new point guard for the Toronto Raptors. That is exactly what I wanted to pull off. So now Bones Hyland's going to be moving to that backup point guard 6-man role, which I like him in a little bit better. He'll start alongside Gary Trent Jr., and we just got way better. That is exactly the kind of trade I wanted to pull off. So now we have LaMelo in Toronto with Gary Trent, Barnes, Siakam, Jakob Poeltl, Bones Hyland, Delano Banton, Ty Jerome, Thaddeus Young. We do have way too many guards off the bench, so we need to fix that right now. So Hyland I'm keeping. Banton, I do like him, but can I move him to like shooting guard maybe? Will he go up at shooting guard? He does. Okay, so Delano Banton will be our brand new backup shooting guard. I like that. So Banton's our shooting guard. We got Bones Hyland, Banton. Ty Jerome, we don't necessarily need, and Thaddeus Young we'll keep around, and Koloko will eventually step up. So I need to trade Ty Jerome for like kind of anything. And I also have Covington's contract, I think. Still, and Morris, and I have so many contracts here, but I'm not going to go too crazy. So Morris, and we get like a backup forward. I'm looking at that. The Kings are offering me Jonathan Isaac and Rashawn Holmes. We have to trade a pick, though, to pull that off. I do like the idea of taking on Jonathan Isaac. I do. But I'm going to try to do this without the pick, maybe. Can I do this without the draft pick? And then, so Jonathan Isaac as our backup power forward, but I give you maybe Covington instead. They're not going to be able to agree. All right, didn't I just have Covington in this trade? What am I doing? Okay, let's throw maybe Thaddeus Young at them. Get Jonathan Isaac. So Jonathan Isaac is going to be our brand new power forward, and then that's going to move Koloko in there. So I'm okay with that. So now that is our new rotation that we have invented at the trade deadline. I love it personally. 27-26 right now. Hopefully the record turns up now that LaMelo Ball has joined us in Toronto. So once again, the simulation only netted us the play-in tournament, which I'm really disappointed by, to be honest with you. But I think if there's a little bit of a gelling period, that will probably happen this offseason. So I'm not too concerned about it just yet. I think if next year's simulation sucks, then I'll be a little concerned. So let's just see if we can beat the Knicks, and we can eliminate immediately. Unfortunate, very disappointing, but I am going to be resigning LaMelo, going to be resigning Siakam. It's along the... We're looking at the long-term grand scheme of things, okay? We're not looking at this playoffs and thinking, okay, we didn't make it, which I'm actually disappointed by, don't get me wrong, but there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Pretty sure we're not going to have a draft pick here. We just traded... Wait, what? How did I just get the #1 overall pick? Are you... Okay. Sure. I had no idea what my chances were at the #1 overall pick. They couldn't have been that great, right? Holy moly, this just like took a turn for the craziest thing possible. Okay. We had the 10th best, like we were the 10th, 30. How do I get the... I'm not gonna even question it. Thank you, 2K. Thank you, I guess. I don't even know how that happened, but I guess I have the #1 overall pick now to add to this team, which means I can draft... Who can I draft? who is the best player in this draft? Xavier Booker, right? Have him come off the bench. So yeah, kind of an insane way for this rebuild to that is insane. I'm speechless. But whatever. I'm cool with it. Xavier Booker is joining us, and this team is probably literally about to be a contender now that we have that going in our back pocket as well. And of course, we're jumping into the draft. We already know who we're taking. Of course, we could take a point guard, but I like my guard depth as it is. I'm going to draft Xavier Booker here to add him as my brand new power forward to this Raptors roster. Of course, that would make Siakam a little bit more expendable, where I'd be like, okay, I have Xavier Booker. Now I can just sign and trade Siakam. And I could do that, don't get me wrong. I am going to decline Evan Fournier. I don't need that salary anymore. Barnes, Highland, Koloko, I'm accepting. Qualifying offers, got LaMelo Ball, Delano Banton. Two guys I do have interest in resigning. Of course, Siakam, big free agent this offseason. And like I said, I could let Siakam go, and that's great and all, but I would feel really bad if I did so. I did not expect to have Xavier Booker fall in our laps. And yeah, I could roll with Xavier Booker, like I said, but I would just feel bad not resigning Siakam. So I am going to move, not Booker. I meant to move Isaac to small forward. Isaac's going to go to small forward, and then we're going to have Siakam, LaMelo, and all these guys back. So let's go ahead, resign Siakam, take care of that. We do have cap space on top of that, so we're in a good position right now. So Siakam doesn't even have a good offer on the table right now, so let's just resign Siakam. Is wanting us to renounce Morris and Fournier. I'm okay. Yeah, renounce those guys. That's fine. Banton, I want, and I don't want to renounce LaMelo. That is a terrible idea. Let's not do that. Melo's getting offered from the Pacers. Imagine LaMelo Ball, Halliburton backcourt. Well, it's not going to happen. Sorry. So I'm matching that, of course. It's going to make sure I'm not going to renounce Delano Banton, and we should be good. So we got those guys back, and now we just need to wait on Delano Banton returning, and we're in a really good position. So rotation, about to be crazy. Bonetime, LaMelo, Gary Trent. We got Matt here as well now. Isaac, Barnes. You got Siakam, Booker, Jakob, Poeltl, Koloko. All I need is Banton back, and we should be fine. And this next season, we should be contender. I mean, in my mind, this team should be a contender. So let's go see. We get Banton back. We should be golden. So let's see what this is about to look like as a rotation fully together. So Banton's back. Qualifying our play progression. LaMelo's up. Scotty Barnes is up. Siakam's even fine right now. Gary Trent, Highland. Everyone's progressing. Koloko's up as well. You love to see it. I don't plan on stopping the trade deadline, but if I could upgrade the roster at the deadline, maybe getting a better backup center, I could definitely look into that. But I'm pretty confident with the team we've just thrown together here for the Toronto Raptors. Power ranking lands us number 2. This team, on paper to me, is a contender. This is a very, very good team. I love where we're at. So 9-man rotation looks phenomenal. Proficiency, if we take a look at it real quick, 4 perimeter centric. Can we be 4.5? I'll run 4. Balance. Why not? So something like this season, let's see how we do. And hopefully this Toronto Raptors team turns up. We can finally avoid the play-in tournament and just be a top seed in the East. Stephen Curry wins MVP at his age. Well, how old is this man? 37 years old. Shout out to him. Sean Stewart, Rookie of the Year. Şengün, 6-man, 80 defensive player. Whitmore, on the Clippers. Interesting. Whitmore on the Spurs, Rookie of the Year, or most improved, I should say. Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year. Harrison is your executive. So, All-NBA first team. Do we like LaMelo Ball representing? He does represent Toronto. All-NBA third team, 24-11. You love to see it. We ended up being the second seed in the East. The Cavaliers, of course, outdid us. Just how it goes in the simulation. But 24 from LaMelo, 19 from Barnes, 18 from Siakam, 15 from Bones Highland, 14 from Booker. Immediately came in, made an impact as a rookie. 13 from Gary Trent Jr., 9 and 10 from Jakob Poeltl. So let's see what we get in round 1. We get the Philadelphia 76ers. We got Sean Stewart, Embiid, Maxey, Harden. I don't plan on wanting to lose in round 1. I just really hope we can make it far in these playoffs because we have such a good roster right now. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we win. And Game 5, do we beat them? No. Game 6, do we beat them? Yes, we do. Okay, on to round 2 already. Now we get the Washington Wizards. Let's see what the Wizards are looking like at this point. Kind of impressive they've made it this far. I think they have Wembanyama, don't they? Yeah, they do. So Wembanyama, Beal, Monte Morris, Warren, Deni Avdija. You got Claxton as well. That's pretty nasty. All right, tough team. Wembanyama's never fun to play, of course. Imagine I was able to add him to this team as well. That'd be crazy. But game 1, let's see how this goes. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Beat them by 40, 27, 7-8 from Barnes. You love to see it. 23, 20, and 17. There's so much scoring potential on this roster. We should have a good run here. 2-0, beat them by 1. That's a huge win to go up 2-0. Game 3, up 3-0. Wembanyama is no match for what we have on paper right now. 39 and 12 from LaMelo Ball. Love to see it. Game 4, do we beat them in 5? Yeah, so we're in the East Conference Finals. We either get Atlanta or Cleveland. And right now, Atlanta's got a 3-1 lead on the Cavaliers. It's never fun to play the Cavs. So the Hawks, you never know with the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see. Let's see what happens. And they win over Cleveland. The fact that they beat Cleveland, though, is a little intimidating because Cavs, as we know, a little tough to beat in this game. But The reason why the Hawks are so good now is because how much Sadiq Bey develops for them off the bench now that they got him at the deadline. And 2K develops pretty nicely. I mean, 84 off your bench, that's pretty solid. They also have Isaiah Joe, Hunter, Onkongwu. Very, very good team. AJ Griffin, a lot of good wings here. Murray, John Collins, Capella. Pretty solid roster. Game 1, though, they're up 1-0. Game 2, we even it up 133 to 105. I like our roster, too. Game 3, can we even it up? Yes, we can. Can we win Game 5? Yes, we can. Can we beat them in 6? Game 7 against Atlanta. All right, it's coming down to this. Game 7. I think we go our 8 rotation. I'm wanting to win a championship here right this second. So, Game 7, Atlanta. They're coming to Toronto. Let's see if we can come out here and take down the Hawks. Dinosaurs are better than Hawks. That's all we got to say. Can we come out here and beat the Hawks? It's looking good so far. They take the lead. Can we take it back, please? And we take it back. We have the lead. It's a very, very close affair here. Close as it can be. Oh my goodness, 30 seconds left. We got to watch, right? We got to watch this. Actually, instead of watching, man, I'm going to play this out. I really don't want to just slip up here, and the Hawks already call a timeout. Okay, 30 seconds left. All we need is a stop, right? I might be making a brass decision here by not just, maybe I should just watch, but I'm going to trust myself to play good defense here and get a stop. I think that's what I'm going to do here. Trae Young is trying to make something happen. I'm on Capella. DeJounte Murray, midi. He's trying to go do something. Gary Trent's on him. Pretty good defense so far. Just making sure that nothing's going to happen. Melo Ball's got good defense on Trae Young right now. And we got great defense. That should be a miss, but they get the board. He's going to pass it out. Don't allow a 3. Just don't allow a 3. Holy moly. This is nerve-wracking as heck right now. Oh my goodness. No. No way. 130 to 129. How much time do they have on the clock, bro? Oh my gosh. 130 to 129. This would be the most heartbreaking way to lose. I couldn't get that rebound, bro. That is so insane. Let's see if I can get LaMelo Ball, like a quick basket. I got to shoot it immediately, and it doesn't go in, bro. That is so heartbreaking. Oh. Wow. Not getting that rebound. That is definitely hurt. That definitely hurts. So, of course, I couldn't end it off on that note. That was just super heartbreaking. I ran it back one last season. LaMelo Ball came out here and won MVP for us, by the way. 27 and 12. And I wouldn't be surprised if we also got Coach Zero. Look at Scooter Henderson, by the way. No, it goes to the Thunder, actually. So, LaMelo, All-NBA first team. Let's go take a look at the player stats real quick. We did conquer the first seed in the East this time around. So, whatever happens here is a result I'm living with. So, hopefully, 2K allows us to end on a championship. Booker's developing into a stud for us. 17 from Jakob, 15 from Bones Highland, 13 from Gary Trent Jr. So this is our best chance here. Got the Pacers who tried to steal LaMelo from us earlier. Didn't allow that to happen. They have Christian Wood, Nimbard, Mather, and Gregor Jackson. Very good Pacers team, but I would be very, very disappointed if we lose to them in round 1. And so far, we beat them in 5. Good start. Now we get Detroit. Detroit's always a team you have to keep an eye on. They develop very nicely in this game. But again, looking at this team, I think we're better than them. Let's just hope that is the case. I'm like around against them as well, and we beat them in 5. And now we get that Cleveland team. And Atlanta didn't even get out of round 1. That's so disappointing that we lost to them. I thought I played good defense, and then of course I just like freaked out and panicked. But the Cavs got Lauri Markkanen back, but they did lose Donovan Mitchell, so that could go in our favor. Somebody current round against them. We beat them in 5. So we are in the NBA Finals. We were so close last year, but now we get the Thunder and the Raptors. So the two best coaches in the NBA going at it. Miles Bridges is on their team. They got Chet, Jalen Williams, Josh Giddey, and Shea is still here. So, and they got Thompson, one of the Thompson twins. They beat us by 3 in game 1. We do even it up, though. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Are we going to lose to the Thunder? Okay, hold on. We're not done just yet. 3-2. We can win game 6 and then go to a game 7 and have the most dramatic ending ever. But we got to win game 6, and the Raptors start off, or the Thunder, I should say, start off with lead, but we take it back. And we blow them out here and just, you know, have no pressure here. It's looking good, and we are going to beat them in game 6. So game 7 drama. 30 and 30 from Bones Highland and LaMelo. Game 7 drama. Can we end off the video on a championship for the Toronto Raptors with the team that we have constructed? We have to go to Oklahoma City to do it. It's a very close game, but the Thunder might be running away with it. And can we get back in the game? Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. 102 to 116, and we cannot get over the hump. 108 to 119. Oklahoma City Thunder have won a championship. Man, that sucks. This was probably my best Raptors rebuild of all time as well, but we couldn't end it off on a championship. So is it really my best Raptors rebuild of all time, but can't win a championship with this team? Oh, that sucks. But I'm going to end it on that note. I'm recording long enough. Sucks that we came in here 1 game away from the finals last year and then 1 game away from winning a championship this year. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Toronto Raptors are going to have a very interesting offseason ahead of them, and I'm very curious to see what Masai Ujiri has up his sleeve. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see you all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.